Let's get in here, family, on this August 11th, 2024, Sunday School Lessons, family, pro-black everything, P.B.E. I'm going to start this video right now. This is the theme song. Let's get it in, family.
Right straight to the textbook itself. First of all, you ask, what is a friend? Now, there's no way for anybody to be friends in a non-just system.
In a non-just system.
That's just not going to happen. People kick that word friend around just like we kick around a lot of words. Use a lot of words very loosely. Without having definition for what we're talking about. It's impossible to have a friend in the system of white supremacy. Why? We're in a...
He said it's impossible to have a friend in an unjust, unequal, white cave, motherfucking white supremacy system. Let's keep it going, Mr. Nitty Fuller.
System. So you can't have a white friend or a non-white friend. You can't have a friend, period. You just do the best you can in a system that's rotten to the core.
Rotten to the core.
It's all rotten.
All of it.
Even though, you know.
Did he say it's all rotten? Did he say all of it? Or did he say some of it? Did he say, nah, just the Republican is rotten to the core? No, he said the Republican, Democrat, and everything else is rotten to the core in this motherfucking global white supremacy system, nigga. These #1 sliders and steppers who jump off porches on motherfuckers with nuclear, atomic, long and short range missiles, drones to blow your motherfucking self to pieces in your family. That's what this white man and his mama do. There's no other race on this planet that has done more mass murder, raping, and torturing mentally, physically, and spiritually in the last 500 years than the white man and his mama. That's a fact, family. Anything else, anybody else tell you that somebody else is a bigger step or a slide or a mass murder, raping, and torturing on this planet than the white man and his mama, they made that motherfucking shit up. They lying, nigga. Truth and facts and reality and objectivity shows that they lying, nigga. They in their feelings. I told you, black man, black woman, black child, I had to come here, get it started. We're going to finish this up. But we went from mothers and fathers of humanity and gods and goddesses of humanity to Americans. Yes, we went from gods and goddesses and mothers and fathers of humanity to Jamaicans, to Haitians, to Ghanaians, to Congolese, to Native Americans, to African Americans. We went from gods and goddesses, mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers of humanity to all these other terms that motherfuckers gave you that don't look like you, who massacred you and slave trades mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm going to digress. Let's keep it going. This is our theme song, so I don't want to keep interrupting the GOAT, the God, Mr. Nitty Fuller, who's still alive, 94 years old, has no reason to lie. You can say DeAndre Devon Manley, your 45-year-old ass, talking all these cuss words, fuck you, nigga, you too pro-black, you too hotep. But what about Mr. Nitty Fuller, who's 90-something years old? What about Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, who said that until she died, and Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark, and Dr. Malcolm X, and Dr. King, and Dr. Khalid Muhammad, and Dr. John Henry Clark. I already said Dr. John Henry Clark. And Thomas Sankara, and Patrice Lumumba. Huh? Kwame Nkrumah. Nat Turner. Winnie Mandela. Nelson Mandela. Ashata Shakur. The Black Panther Party. John G. Jackson, J.A. Rogers, Arthur Schomburg, Dr. Layla Africa, Dr. Sabi. All of our greats. It's many, many more. Mr. Nitty Fuller. Again, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and kill him, Mr. Nitty Fuller. I'll fall for keep interrupting. Keep killing them, Mr. Nitty Fuller. They don't understand. They're too educated in their white cave system to understand. They're too educated and medicated with the white man and his mama trinkets of all kind. Let's go.
You know, it has a lot of sweetness to it, you mean, artificial sweetener, you might say.
Artificial?
The white supremacists know how to do tons of that.
They excellent.
They know how to sugarcoat everything. Okay. So we get that taste of the sugar, but that's not genuine. It's not genuine. It's not real.
It ain't real.
You cannot have true friendship in a non-just system, but you just do the best you can to do what? Minimize the harm that you do to people. Try to be as constructive as you possibly can, but you can't have a white friend or a non-white friend in a system that doesn't allow friendship. There's no such thing as friendship.
Did he say the system that the white man, his mama, and child created doesn't allow for friendship in a motherfucking white by any means necessary slaughter system? They massacred their way up to the top. It's always been unequal and unfair in their system. They've been massacring since they left out of Europe, where they were massacring each other for hundreds and hundreds of years. Their historians and writers said it. And when they left out, they began to slaughter all the other humans of every color when they left out of Europe and all the other species up until today, August 11, 2024. I didn't make that up. That's fact. That's documented objectivity, nigga. You can see it today too, as well. I was a part of it when I went to Iraq and Afghanistan, mass murdering, helping them mass murder, rape, and torture human beings for motherfucking oil and opium, nigga. In Iraq and Afghanistan, we killed 2.4 million Iraqi men, women, and children. Tell me what gang and thug in America, add all the gangs and thugs up in America. All the black gang and thug and gangster drug dealer killers in America. And all the other ones, the MS-13, all the other ones. They don't compare to the military. The United States 3K don't get it fucked up military. We killed 2.4 million in less than about, what, 12 to 15 years in Iraq? Tens to hundreds of thousands in Afghanistan in a 12 to 15 year span? Tell me the Bloods and Crips and the GDs and the folk nation. Add them all together. Have they done that much motherfucking massacre? Think not. Let's keep it going.
Friendship in a non-just system. It's just people doing stuff.
Doing stuff.
So the stuff that you do, just try to make it as constructive as you possibly can, knowing full well you can't get it the way that it ought to be. There's no way you can get any kind of relationship the way that it ought to be in a system that's set up to prevent everything from being the way that it ought to be when it comes to interaction between people. It's not going to happen.
Wow.
Trying to pretend that it's happening is just that. Now, we are excellent pretenders.
Excellent.
Because we hurt all the time.
Uh-huh.
So what we do is go around all day pretending. We're pretending that we have friends.
Uh-huh.
The white supremacists do not allow that.
Hell no.
Friendship means you have justice.
Uh-huh.
What means, and what does that mean? What we've been repeating in this program all the time. Guaranteeing that no person is mistreated. That's a big order. Guaranteeing that no person is mistreated at no time? You guarantee that? But that's what you got to have if you got justice. And the other part is guaranteeing that everybody who needs constructive help gets it. You got to guarantee that. No half-stepping. No, I'll see about it next week. No, you got to guarantee it right now. That doesn't exist anywhere on the planet.
Nowhere.
But that's the way it should have been in the beginning.
In the beginning, yes.
Of time. All right? But everything got off track. And the white supremacists have made sure that it stays off track.
Stay off track.
Because they believe in mistreating people deliberately. And dominating people and getting people to mistreat each other.
Yeah.
To have this friendship.
Absolutely.
There's no way to get it.
Black man, black woman, black child. Y'all already know in humanity, you know, we're going to get it here, family. And we're going to get it going. I'm setting up the next video by none other than Dr. Francis Cress Wilson. Mr. Needy Fuller and Dr. Francis Cress Wilson today. That's what you're going to get because you're going to get this education and medication, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another Sunday school lessons, August 11, 2024, family. Yes, it's time to come in here and get your prescribed education and medication and truth and facts, critical thinking and analysis, reality, logic, and last but not least, humanity. It's already too late. And frankly, over here, I don't give a damn if you stay in your subjective feeling, thoughts, actions, and attitude. Because I'm still going to hit you with these motherfucking jabs, hooks, haymakers, and uppercuts, left and right arm bars of objectivity, truth, fact, logic, and reality for your punk bitch ass. So stay in your subjective feeling, thoughts, and attitudes and actions. It's okay. I'm a lifetime fucking student and I'm a lifetime teacher. I do my 5 W's and my car fact check on everything. And I started with my motherfucking race. And I found out and understood and know now Not just because I say it, because genetically they say it, because scientifically they say it, because archaeology they say it, and every other way. All the evidence that they're finding more and more every single day, it keep going into the same pile that's saying that the black man and black woman are the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. It ain't me. All the evidence shows it, and still piling up showing it. I found that out, that we're the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. No race predates us. No God, religion, belief system of any kind predates the black or Kabbalah, African man, woman, and children. None, family. That's a foundational fact. Documented. Continues to be more mountains of motherfucking evidence. So all these other peoples are children because they came from us through us. All these other races of people, family. We've been relegated and delegated down to the bottom, though, since we're going to be all the way true. To the point now that we're called Americans now. Niggas don't want to be the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. They want to be Americans, African Americans, Jamaican, Haitian, Brazilian, Black Latinos, Ghanaians, Congolese, Ethiopians. We want to be everything but the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity, family. I don't want to be nothing else but the mother, father, God, and goddess of humanity, which I am, and which my race is. I don't want to fuck all that other shit, nigga. All that other shit pales in comparison. All them other names and terms I just named, even black Christian, black Catholic, black Jew, black Republican, black Democrat, black Independent. Don't none of that add up to mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity, fam? Who taught and educated you to make you call yourself names that's below gods and goddesses and mothers and fathers of humanity? Black man, black woman, black child of humanity. I will tell you this one thing. If any other race had all the archaeological or the genetic or the scientific and all the other evidence that the black or Cabulan mothers and fathers of humanity had, they wouldn't be talking about Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism, or Islam, or Hinduism, or nothing else. If they had the evidence that we have, that we're the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of this bad mother, shut your goddamn mouth, melanated black earth, they would be like, sit y'all dumb ass down with them little fake, mythological, human created book that you niggas did. Here go all the evidence right here. Let's look and show that we are the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. Now take them books and burn them, bitch, or you can't call them history. Because we just showed you who the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. That's what any other race would do if they had the proof and evidence that we have, black man, black woman, black child, mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. Who taught us and educated us to be about some other God that created us and allowed these other people to be chosen by this God that they created over us? That's basically your religions, family. So now I don't do the play over here. We've been delegated, relegated, mass murder, raped, and tortured down to the bottom, mentally, physically, and spiritually, by two races of people because they had slave trades of us, where they massacred us physically, mentally, and spiritually for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. When you add them both together, because they were consecutively, the transatlantic global slave trade and the Arabic African slave trade, they were consecutively. So 2,000 years. Even if we say we stop it at the 20th century, 2,000 years of consecutively mind, body, soul, fuck, of slavery of our mind, body, and soul. Mothers and fathers of humanity, gods and goddesses of humanity, black man, black woman, black child. That's what happened and still is happening. That's why you speak a motherfucking European cave language, whether it's English, German, Greek. That's why, because of a transatlantic slave trade. That's why you follow a European cave religion and God called Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism which is all one if you really knew your religion, but you don't read. You don't want to read about your belief systems. I understand it. You've been taught and educated. You just taught to be a belief in a nigga faith and non-violent and symbols, nigga. I understand it. But if you knew the history, you would know why you follow Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism. You would know and understand black so-called Muslims, inshallah ass niggas. You would know why 99% of you niggas on the planet follow the Muslim faith by this motherfucking white cave non-prophet Muhammad, who was mass murder, raping, and torturing African people in slavery. Mass warring with African people and keeping them as slaves and buying them and selling them as slaves. This white cave Prophet Muhammad that you black motherfucking Muslims love, nigga. And this God Allah that loves raping and mass murdering and torturing of other humans and motherfucking humans taken in perpetuity and passed down in perpetuity. That's both of these religions. They God love mass murder, raping, and torturing and say it in their books. But you haven't read it, so you don't know. You just a nigga with faith and nigga with belief. And when you've been massacred down to the bottom and you're the mothers and fathers of humanity, family, it's a sad state to be in. Because then on top of that, they taught you to self-destroy yourself. The self-destruction that we do with an abortion clinics that our black queens and goddesses go into, to the black mass murder of the black man on man. The mass murder, rape, and slaughter of the black man and woman against each other. They got us divided and conquered down to nothingness, fighting down here over mere names of what the fuck we should call ourselves, and we're the mothers and fathers of humanity. That should dead any argument, shouldn't it, if we really educated that we're the mothers and fathers of humanity? But that won't dead it between the black man and woman and child across this planet, especially in America, because we've been taught to divide and hate each other. So we like, nah, we ain't the mothers and fathers. We abo, nigga. We ancient this. We African Americans. We black Republicans. We family. And then I'll just come in and say, no, we just mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. And then I'll get looked at like I'm the dumb nigga. Like, oh man, get him the fuck out of here, man. I ain't no motherfucking mother and father, god and goddess of humanity. Nigga, I'm a Native American, nigga. I'm an African American. I'm a Jamaican. I'm a Haitian. I'm a Ghanaian. I ain't the mother and father of humanity. I'm one of these other man-made motherfucking terms. Besides being the first. Who taught you niggas this? You niggas should feel ashamed of yourself, but you don't. So this is what we do over here. If you don't know by now, I'm unapologetically black. I'm unapologetically a Capulan. I'm unapologetically the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. So fuck you if you don't like it. You can stop watching and listening right now. But I'm unapologetically all of that. We're owed the most, and we're the only motherfucking race that didn't get paid, and we're owed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trillion. I'll tell you what is equivalent. We're owed America and the planet. That's how much we owe by the European, his mom and child for their slave trade, and the Arab man and his mom and child for their slave trade. We're owed the planet, nigga. That's how much we owe. And I ain't even adding interest shit, bitch niggas. You niggas gotta stop playing. I'm willing to jump off step and porches and slide and step and gut and mass murder, rape, and torture for hundreds of trillions of dollars in tangible capital. I'm willing to slide and step and gut motherfucking racists who owe me America and who owe me the planet. You niggas don't. You niggas ain't willing. You niggas is willing to gut and torture and rape each other. If I ran up in a room with niggas right now and said, let's go get these other niggas on the south side. Niggas popping in clip. Niggas got grenades. Niggas even got drones with goddamn bullets on them, nigga, now. If I run into that same fucking room and say, nigga, let's go get these motherfucking white motherfuckers that owe us hundreds of trillions of dollars in tangible and capital for the slave trade and Jim Crow and separate but equal. Niggas gonna kick me out that goddamn house. It might kill me right then and there. Like, nah, nigga, we not going against them. No, they the true sliders and steppers on the planet and been that way for the last 500 years. We that fucking smart, pro-black everyday P.B.E. We smart enough to know, nigga, not to run up on them, the white man, his mom and child, or any other race that owes. we got that much PhD in common sense, Dre. That's what nigga told me. That's what nigga told me one day. Nigga, we got enough sense not to run up on the true steppers and sliders and niggas that jump off porch. He said, you see what these niggas did to the Native Americans? In America, almost wiped them motherfuckers off and took their land. You see what they did to our ancestors globally? You see what they did to the Japanese and the Chinese and everybody else throughout history up until now? You see what they did in Iraq and Afghanistan? I said, yeah, I was a part of that. So you see what the white man is all capable of. So Trey, you trying to tell us to put up arms against them, that mighty motherfucking God and goddess race who will massacre and has massacred since they left out of Europe? You want us to go up against them, Trey? Man, stop it, Trey. You don't want dumb and ignorant, nigga. That's a suicide mission. That's what niggas have told me, because niggas scared. Long as they slaughtering each other, it's okay. Slaughter the motherfuckers that owe you the most, that owe you the planet Earth. Niggas ain't got no guns, no forks, no garden tools. Niggas ain't got no weapons. They throwing them outside. Say, nah, white man and other races, that owe us trillions. We don't want no smoke with you. We want to kill a nigga around the corner or on Snap or Facebook that owe me $2, $3 or talking shit or just principle. That's what we do. Fuck the trillions, nigga. I don't want to fight it, be willing to gut niggas for trillions. Nah. I want to gut for a couple of dollars. A nigga that look like me or a sister that look like me. Yeah, man. I ain't trying to gut niggas for trillions. I'm trying to gut niggas for dollars. Nigga, you niggas is educated and medicated like a motherfucker, man. By the motherfuckers that owe you. I digress. And we go get in and listen to this real quick before we go in, family, and do my did you know statements and all that. But it's AKA and hashtag no filters and no editing over here. So let's get it in, family. Listen to the American laws.
Well, the crest theory was an attempt back in the late 1960s to explain what I thought is it is a crest theory of color confrontation and racism, white supremacy. An attempt to, as a psychiatrist, as a black psychiatrist, to understand, well, what exactly is this thing that we call racism, white supremacy? Looking at why do white people behave in the way that they do. You see, in concluding that it has to do, number one, with their minority status on the planet, their genetic recessive status, in that they could experience genetic annihilation, in that the overwhelming majority of people on the planet are black, brown, red, and yellow, and whites constitute fewer than 1/10 of the people on the planet.
One of the things that we find that is happening now is there's this constant countdown. You see it on the news all the time to when America's a minority nation. So there's still this countdown happening in terms of when white folks will be in the minority.
They will be a majority minority, which is nonsensical. There will be a white minority. If the non-white, if the black, brown, red, and yellow people are here, they will be the majority and whites will be the minority. You see, and it's a illogical statement to talk about a majority minority. I mean, which is like white supremacy. I still have to put myself on top. I have to pose that I am genetically superior. To compensate, I say it's a compensation for a genetic recessive status. Well, I think I was the first person to talk about white genetic annihilation in those terms, and that racism is ultimately a total system for white genetic survival and to prevent white genetic annihilation on a planet that has the genetics and the demographics that exist on third planet from the sun, which is planet Earth. So I was the first to put it in those terms, and my thesis has not been refuted. I would say that...
Did she say her thesis has not been refuted? Just keep it going, family.
That if my definition is understood, that racism, white supremacy is the fear on the part of people who classify themselves as white about white genetic annihilation and the concern for white genetic survival. This would therefore mean logically and specifically that the focus has to be on black males, because black people have the greatest genetic potential to produce the black pigment melanin, which gives all skin color. And since we have the greatest...
Did she say that gives all skin color? She ain't say all. She ain't say to the bluest of black, to the whitest of white, call albino and everything. Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, one of the greatest intellects and human minds on this planet, motherfucker Earth, didn't say that, did she? So Dre didn't make it up. Dre didn't make it up and say we're the brothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. Niggas went from gods and goddesses to Africans, to African Americans, to Black Jews, to Jamaicans and Haitians. We went from mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity to these other words that we call ourselves now, mothers and fathers of humanity. And y'all tell me there's a problem with me. If you wasn't destroyed and you knew all this whole time that you're the mothers and fathers of humanity, but you've never been in any transatlantic slave trade, you would know and understand to today you're the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity, and you would have no needs for African, African American, Jamaican, Haitian, Black, Brazilian, Black. You wouldn't have no need for them because you're like, we're the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. Everybody came from us. All the other words, what that mean? But that's what happened when you had a slave trade on your bitch ass, nigga. Let's keep going.
It's the highest level of genetically determined ability to produce this pigment that can cause white genetic annihilation. And it's only males who can impose sexual intercourse.
Okay.
And so the focus consciously, subconsciously has to zero in on the males. This is why I say that understanding, I'm not talking about institutional racism. I'm talking about a total system construct that develops out of certain patterns of thinking on the part of people who classify themselves as white relative to specific realities that exist on this planet. And so then once that is understood, that the fear of genetic annihilation that takes to the focus on the male, the black male person, as being the number one perceived threat, the number one enemy, and everything flows from that.
The black male being the number one perceived threat and the number one perceived fucking enemy, while this white man, his mama and child, and the Arab man, his mama and motherfucking child family. That's the transatlantic slave trade of us, because they knew we was the mothers and fathers of humanity, nigga, and the gods and goddesses of humanity. And they stripped that away from you niggas, from your thoughts, minds, and every fucking thing, nigga. Stop playing. Before we get in here and listen to this last video by Mr. Neely Fuller. This is my section where we do the thoughts and my thoughts and statements and a whole bunch of stuff, man. So this will go on for a few minutes. It depends how long I really want this to be, but I know you niggas with the fake perceived short attention span. We'll get in that when we talking about the portion we're on now. But I want to start by saying, family, niggas went from I'm not an African, I'm not the mothers and fathers of humanity, I'm not the god and goddesses of humanity. I'm an American, I'm an African American, I'm an African, I'm a Jamaican, I'm a Haitian, I'm all this stuff, but the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. I hear and see mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity calling other motherfucking races kings and queens and excellencies. And I just feel so fucking ashamed that you can call other motherfucking kings and queens and his and her excellencies, and they can't fucking address you as the mother and father of them and the god and goddess of them that created them. But you can address them and king and queen and excellencies. And I'm the dumb, ignorant nigga. So the motherfucker who created everybody is the one that get disrespected. But the motherfuckers who just added these terms off of massacring us, these excellencies, these motherfucking kings and queens who got their title because they massacred us in slave trades and Jim Crows and several eagles and colonization and apartheid. We got to call them excellencies and kings and queens. You got me fucked up in the game, nigga. They are my motherfucking children. I will address them accordingly. And I hope that they address me accordingly. And if they don't, I take it as highly fucking disrespectful. And if you do it in my face, I don't know what I might do, because I got PTS motherfucking D from fighting in 2 fucking wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. So I might slit your motherfucking throat. I might gouge your motherfucking eye out. I might press down on a pressure point so hard that it blow your fucking brain vessel up, nigga. I don't know. Who knows? Hopefully this medication I'm on, that this VA give me, keep me from stop massacring you punk bitch motherfuckers, nigga. You white cave savages, nigga. You no. For hundreds of trillions, I did that in Iraq and Afghanistan without batting a motherfucking eye. When I say turn it against my true enemies, then niggas like, oh man, Dre said killing white folks on this YouTube channel. When I was killing motherfucking humans over in Iraq and Afghanistan for nothing but oil and opium. You niggas love that. Gave me all kind of awards, bronze stars, shaking hands, hugging, taking pictures. Put me on first class flights when I was killing other motherfucking humans called Iraq and Afghanistan, nigga. When I talk about killing the motherfuckers that owe me the most, that had done the most harm to me, the white man, his mama child, the Arab man, his mama child. Now niggas get scared. Man, stop it, nigga. You niggas, boy, I tell you, you niggas, man. It is what it is. I know you niggas. You've been taught and educated by your white cave mama and daddy, God, your God and goddess, nigga. Yeah. Um, I do want to address this part. I addressed it a little bit in the last video, but I'm definitely going to address it in this video because this is so fucking key. With what I'm speaking on about gods and goddesses and all of that. I have asked Chinese people, I have asked Japanese people, and I've asked different other Asian groups of people in America that lives in America and that was in the military with me. I've asked almost every type of Asian race that you classify under Asian when I was in the military because I was doing these studies. I got notebooks on the studies I was doing. So motherfuckers like, you make no. I was doing, nigga, I was doing some covert shit just to see what motherfuckers would say. I told you I've been on this shit, nigga, even when I was in the uniform. I ain't playing. So I asked them, I said, most of them, almost all of them that I asked, these Asians, they lived in America. They're the second or third generation of Asian, of Japanese, of Chinese, of Koreans, in America. Second, third, fourth generation. So they've been here pretty long time. And I said to the Japanese, are you Japanese? Or are you an American? Are you a Japanese American? He said, no, I'm Japanese first. I'm in the country of America, what we call Americans. I'm Japanese. When I asked the Chinese person that, they said, no, I'm Chinese. I just live in America and do work and commerce in America. I asked the Korean. No, I'm a Korean. So it doesn't matter. I said, so to each one of them, I said, so 100 years from now, you stay here, your kids, still here. What you gonna teach them, and what you teach your kids now? They're Korean, they're Japanese, they're Chinese. So it doesn't matter how long they're away from China and from Japan or from Asia, they always Asian. He said, yeah. Didn't bat an eyelash, didn't have time. He ain't trying to think about it. I said, so no matter how long the Asians are away from Asia, they Asian. No matter how long the Arabs are away from the Middle East and the areas that they're from, that they're indigenous to, they're always Arabs. The Native Americans, no matter where they at, they always Native Americans or whatever name they turn they get themselves. The Indian over in India, no matter where they go, they always Indian or whatever name they get themselves over in India. Hispanics is always Hispanics. You know, some of them niggas, most of them niggas in America, check the box of white. they just self-hating. Hispanics is self-hating. They believe that they white too. They don't know their history with the European, his mom and child really done to them. The massacre and the mass murder, rape, and torture they done to them for decade after decade in a century plus when they was over here too. So okay, it is what it is. But they Hispanic, most of them. Hawaiians are Hawaiians, no matter where they at. Europeans are Europeans, no matter where they at. The only motherfucking race that will tell you, Dre, you not African. You not from there. You wasn't born there. You was born in Lima, Ohio, Dre. You can't be an African. And I just look at all the people that have said this over the years, family members included, and say, wow. So I can't be the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. I gotta be a motherfucking American. No, no. I did my DNA, nigga. I'm over 80% African, nigga. From Ghana, got some Nigerian. Yes, man, I got the documents, bitch, niggas. Over 80+% African over here. Nigga, I know what the fuck I am, and I love it. Nigga, I love being over 80%. Wish I was 100, but 80% of the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of motherfucking humanity, nigga. Stop it. You made it up, nigga. I ain't no motherfucking American, nigga. I'm the mother and father of humanity, nigga. I'm the God and goddess of humanity, nigga. You niggas can be Americans. And the white man, his mama and child will say, yes, they are Americans, nigga. They follow all of our shit, all of our systems. I'm gonna name them off real quick. Yes, these niggas in here are Americans of ours in America. They are niggas. They be like, niggas, y'all better stop listening to Drake, P.B.E and these other niggas, B123 and these niggas talking about you gods and goddesses and you created everybody and everybody came from you. No, you Americans, nigga. You Jamaicans and Haitians, nigga. These terms and names that we gave your punk bitch ass. That's what you is. You ain't no mother and father. This is the white man tell you in America, nigga. Like, look, you're an American. You follow our economics. You follow us, and we run your economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war, and counter war. You follow all of our shit. Black American. This is the white man's mom said. You is an American under us. You speak our language. You follow all our religions, all our gods, Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism, which is one and the same. But hey, who cares? We your God on this motherfucker in America, nigga. Stop listening to niggas like Drake. Telling you that you're a mother and father and God and that we came from you. No, you came from this God, remember, that we put in this book. And this book that we're reading, remember, it said that God made us the chosen one to rule over you bitch niggas. See that? You see, read it again. See? God made us the chosen. See? This God that we made up. Yeah, so you can't be gods and God because we made up this God that said that we're the chosen. I mean, we didn't make up the God. That's what they say. Well, yeah, this God wrote this. Yeah, this God wrote all this. Yeah, he put pen to paper, nigga. This all everything, all intelligent, all knowing motherfucking God. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You ain't our gods and goddesses, nigga. This God that we created and put in these books that told us that we're the superior over you and can have slave trades of you in perpetuity, nigga. Stop it. Family. We need to stop playing these motherfucking games. I don't play them over here. I got a PhD in common sense, family. So we went from gods and goddesses to Americans. From mothers and fathers of humanity to African Americans in America. From gods and goddesses to Jamaicans, Haitians, Congolese, Ghanaians, Ethiopians, Black Jews, Black Christians. Damn. One more thing, family, before we start this video, well, a couple more things. One is fuck your feelings when it comes to my African babies on this planet. Our mothers, our future mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. Our babies, 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 babies. Fuck your feelings when it comes to them. That's what I'm going to tell you, nigga. Fuck your feelings when it comes to the ancestors who fought and died and was willing to fight and die for our freedom and our equality and what the fuck we owed in the hundreds of trillions of dollars of tangible capital. So fuck your feelings when it comes to them. And fuck your feelings first and foremost when it comes to the hundreds of trillions of dollars in tangible capital that we owe for the slave trade, for Jim Crow and separate but equal, for apartheid, for colonization, for the 1884 and 1885 Berlin Conference, for school to prison pipeline, from the black codes and everything in between all over this motherfucking planet. Fuck you, nigga. Your attention span is in short, niggas. When you're destroying each other, when you go on a slide or a step on other niggas for pennies or nothingness, your attention span ain't fucking low and short. Your attention span ain't motherfucking short when you massacring motherfucking babies in abortion clinics. Your attention span ain't that short. Your attention span ain't short when you watching all these motherfucking different television shows, all these different series, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. So your attention span is short and low when it's about real shit that can make you better mentally, physically, and spiritually. But when your attention span is high, is when it's about nothingness, when it's about shit that ain't constructive at all, when it's about destroying yourself and your culture, whatever culture you think you have, and anything else that is constructive. Family, let's stop playing. I don't play them motherfucking games. I can tell you this though, if we just did to the Europeans what they did to us in the transatlantic slave trade, if we did that same massacring of all that mental, physical, and spiritual, the hundreds of millions of Africans that lost their lives, mentally and physically in every way, if we done that to the Europeans, family, don't you know that there probably wouldn't be no pure European at all. It'd be mixed race and black to the black, blue black. It wouldn't be no Europeans as we see today if we done the same thing to them. And that's what one of their biggest fears is. Because we gonna see if we do one, you gotta think the transatlantic slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade that they done of us, family. I still say it's going on, but just the 400 or 500 years that y'all, want to take it down to, not the Jim Crow and separate, but ego, but okay. It was hundreds of millions of African people who lost their lives. This went on for hundreds of years. Just imagine if we massacred the white race for hundreds and hundreds of years. They're the least populated race on the planet. They're the minorities on the planet. Every other race besides the white man, his mom and child, are people of color. And us, the black, Caroline African, Abel race, the mothers and fathers of humanity. But just imagine, they did all this massacring of us in these transatlantic slave trade, almost 1 billion, if not over 1 billion. Some estimates say that's how many black African lives was lost during the transatlantic slave trade. We still outnumber them in America. Globally. We still outnumber them globally. The mothers and fathers of humanity does. And we set in 30 years, 20 to 30 years, to outnumber all the other population, all the other races of people on the planet, family. Yeah, see? You can't kill us off. We're the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. So let's listen to this one. It's called The Dignified One and the Silly One by none other than Mr. Nitty Fuller. Listen up, family.
Now, some people have said they've seen some cartoons of my work on the internet that have been presented. And it pretty well embellishes what I have been trying to say in my textbooks. And to the extent that it does that, well, that has been, from what I understand, some people reported to me, a plus. Because they didn't understand what I had written very well, but when they saw those cartoons that just repeated what I was saying and attaching my name to it, and came right out of the book, the material did, they say that they better understood it. And I can understand that because people are kind of visual, particularly in the year 2021 now, more visual than ever. Oh, very simple. By simply realizing that you're in a system of racism and you're in captivity. Now, that doesn't say anything about you can't be dignified if you want to be, but you are a dignified prisoner of war.
Uh-huh.
And what's the difference between a dignified slave and a silly one?
He said, what's the difference between a dignified slave and a silly slave?
One is dignified and one is silly. But they're both prisoners of war.
Both still slaves.
They're captured. See, you're a prisoner of war.
Basically what Jay-Z said. Rich nigga, poor nigga, you still a nigga. Same thing Mr. Nitty Fuller and all our greats was saying this 50, 60, 70 years ago. Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark, all of our greats, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, Mr. Nitty Fuller, he's 90-some years old. He's been saying this 50, 60, 70 years, family. This shit is not no secret. This shit is not hidden. You niggas just don't want to be educated and medicated. You love being up under your white man and mom and child slave system. You love being a slave up under them because you know nothing else. So you think it's normal. If you don't know nothing else, if you have not seen anything else in your life, because your mom and dad been under white supremacy, systemic racism. Their mom and dad, my mom and dad, their grandparents, their great-grandparents, their great-great-great-great-grandparents, all the way up until the white man and his mama took over America from the Native Americans up until now. We haven't seen anything different but the white man and his mama controlling, running, and owning everything. A slave master, goddamn attitudes and everything. That's what it's been. That's all it's been here this whole time. Slave to slave master. And the white man, his mama, the slave master, enough being a slave. Ain't nothing changed. They haven't lost. Ain't nobody defeated them in America and took America back over. Family, we have to understand that. We still been under the same slave system by the same people. They just call it a different name. and give you a little more room to move around on. You still under a slave. You still under the same people that brought you here, brought your ancestors here, massacred the Native Americans, massacred the Japanese, massacred the Hispanics in history, massacred every motherfucking race that they didn't came encounter with. Go and look at all these other motherfucking races of people that's non-white. Go look at their history, family. I have. That's how I know this. Go ask them. Who has been the most deviling, demon, murdering, torturing motherfucker to your race in history? And I guarantee you, every other race that's non-white will say, a white. When this part of history, when the white man, his mom and child came, that was the most mass murdering, raping, and torturing any race done to us, and the biggest in our history. Family, it's just facts. I called them the number one chief sliders and steppers and doing cartwheels and jumping jacks and backflip off motherfucking porch. This white man, his mama, they the true demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan. They the true planet killers, nigga. None is more evil. None is more devilish. Ain't because DeAndre Devon, manly and pro-black everything said, the motherfucker history and fact and logic and reality shows it, nigga. Let's get it.
Racism is war. It's war. The greatest war that was ever conducted among the people of what we call the planet Earth. There's no war that's been greater than the establishment and the maintenance and the refinement of the system of white supremacy.
Facts.
It's a continuation of a war. The greatest war that ever was. That's the war between those who believe in racism and those who don't. And so far, the racists have been winning that war. So it's just a matter of the people who are the victims of it.
Who he say is still winning the war, is still on top, is still the number one? Oh, okay.
Realizing this and saying, well, we're going to fight against it. But we're in captivity already, so you got to fight. There's no such thing as fighting from the outside. There's no such thing as outside.
Ain't no such thing.
So you fight from the inside of the prison. Like prisoners of war are always trying to escape the prison. But this is a prison that you can't escape from. You have to dismantle the prison itself and replace it with a...
Did he say you got to dismantle and destroy that motherfucking system? He said you can't escape from it, family. I see why you want to learn and taught about Mr. Neely Fuller in your schools and elementary schools and high school and collegiate level. I understand why you wasn't taught about Mr. Neely Fuller and many of our other greats.
A system of justice. That's the goal. And what does justice mean? It means guaranteeing that no person is mistreated and guaranteeing that the person that needs help the most, like yourself, gets the most constructive help. That's not happening in the system of racism, and it won't happen. So you won't get discouraged simply by realizing what your circumstances are, because now you have something to aim for. Get rid of the system of racism. That should be your reason for being.
Facts.
If you have any other priority, then it's not logical for you to be doing anything else. Everything that you're doing is supposed to be aimed toward replacing the system of racism with the system of justice. Why? Because it is the greatest oppressive system ever invented in the minds of people here on this planet.
On this planet.
Nothing has been greater than that.
I'm like, no, you.
Nothing, no religion, no nothing has been greater than white supremacy, systemic, global motherfucker racism. This white demon, devil, Lucifer, Satan.
Black. No. I know black.
Humanity, black man, black woman, black child. On this Sunday school lessons, family, we're going to end up with me saying the last few things I got to tell y'all before we head out, family. And please go listen to what Mr. Neely Fuller just said. The dignified one and the silly one, you still a motherfucking slave. You still under their systems, and ain't nothing never changed, nigga. Just the names. And you niggas that's so intelligent and tell me you got all these bachelors and masters and PhDs and emeritus this and you graduated at the top of your motherfucking class and summa cum laude and summa cum mate and all these motherfucking things, family. But none of you niggas got a motherfucking degree in defeating white supremacy, systemic racism, and getting your motherfucking hundreds of trillions of dollars in tangible and capital that you owe. No degree in that. No top graduate in that. And you niggas tell me you something. You niggas tell me you black faces in high places with European degrees, European political parties, and European religions and gods. And you a black face in high place. Cut it out, nigga. You made that shit up, nigga. Stop it. I know better. I know you can keep lying to these dumb, ignorant niggas that's just like you, but not over here. I don't play that over here. Get the fuck away. I take that highly offensive, and I take that as a treason thing. I've been in combat, so if it go in my mind, red alert for my PTSD, I think you the Taliban, nigga. I do it accordingly. You know, the real Taliban wasn't even that bad of people. They were some of the coolest motherfuckers I talked to. just to put that out there, the motherfucking streets of Taliban when I was over in Afghanistan. They was pretty cool to me. They knew niggas wasn't their motherfucking number one enemy. That's what they told me. That's what the Afghanis told me. Niggas ain't my number one enemy. It's the white man and his mama. When I was in Iraq, they said, niggas ain't our enemy. Nigga, you ain't my enemy, my interpreter told me. The white man and his mama is my motherfucking enemy. We know. Nigga, who the enemy is. Nigga, you know. You work for the enemy, he told me. Stop playing, cut it out, nigga. You niggas just made it up. Stop it. Family, man, I'm gonna digress on that, but I'm gonna go to this next thing, family. So let me get this straight, family, because this is what educated niggas and these niggas been telling me, because it's vote or die time for you vote or die ass niggas. The same thing you've been doing year after year, decade after decade, century after, well, not century after century, but decade after decade, for coming up on a century now. I know where we at, 60, 70, 50, 60 years of voting, still at the bottom. No meaningful change, no reparations of no kind, no reparations, reparations of any kind, no true equality and justice of any kind. Are we still doing the same thing and get mad that the same result fucking happens time after time after time after time? And you telling me I'm dumb and ignorant and stupid because I just keep running outside and I know it's a fucking lion out there. And every time I run out there, he bite a fucking finger off. And I still keep running out there and he bites another finger off. Then he take toes off, him or a lioness. But I still keep running out there and still stuff keep getting bit off every day. You would say that nigga is dumb. I ain't got no sympathy for that nigga no more. Look at him. They doing the same thing. Lion's still there. Doing the same motherfucking thing. You vote or die ass niggas. You ancestors died to vote ass niggas. Don't you know the ancestors was getting murked for trying to learn how to read, to learn how to write? The black ancestors of ours were getting murked off, not because of no motherfucking voting or not, because of they fucking skin, because they were the mothers and fathers and gods and goddesses of humanity. And the motherfuckers who was massacring them in slave trades knew that. They didn't give a fuck if you was trying to vote or trying to breathe too hard, nigga. It was your fucking life, because that's how much they despised you and looked at you as property for hundreds and hundreds of motherfucking years. And still to today, too, because, like I said, the same motherfucking white man, his mama still run America globally, nigga. They got the biggest blood and crip gangster drug dealer killer fucking military on the planet, nigga. Called the Army, the Navy, the Special Forces, Marines, Navy SEALs, Delta this, undercover this. They got it all, nigga. Submarines with nuclear short and long range. The number one gang and drug dealer killing motherfucking Bloods and Crips and MS-13s is the motherfucking United States America 3K military, nigga. I promise you that I worked for them for 20 plus years, nigga. I was in motherfucking Iraq and Afghanistan. You can't tell me I'm lying, nigga. Stop it. You made it up, nigga. I'm a primary motherfucking source, nigga. So you niggas is telling me, I'm going to digress on that. You niggas is telling me to vote in a system. But there can't be, we can't have a candidate in this system, whether it's in the political system of Republican, Democrat, or Independent. We can't have a candidate at the lowest to the highest level to get voted in if they have the agenda of black first, second, and third. If they got a pro-black everything agenda because the black race is owed the most, and we the only one that didn't get reparations, we the only one that got shitted on in slavery, Jim Crow, separate but equal, all the motherfucking terms we want to call it. We owed, and we haven't got motherfucking repaired on any of that. We have not got no true justice and equality, and we can't just run on us, on us getting what the fuck we owed, because niggas gonna tell me that if we do that, that person won't get voted in. Well, that's the motherfucking problem. The fact that we can't run on our fucking issues. So we can't run on our issues. What the fuck? And the purpose is a fucking voting if we can't run on our fucking issues only. And we're owed the most. And the only people that didn't get it. This reparations, family. Tell me how that makes sense. The motherfuckers who are owed the most, who didn't get any, but got done the worst, and that is owed the most hundreds of trillions of dollars, can't run on that. And y'all telling me I'm dumb and uneducated because I say fuck you and I say political killer and fuck your fucking vote system. How am I the one getting shunned on? You are not allowed a candidate in their white systemic racist system. You cannot have a candidate running strictly on your issues because you're owed the most and you're the only one that didn't get paid. You can't have a candidate in this system. Surely you can't have a motherfucking a candidate that's for pro-black every motherfucking thing and for their motherfucking justice and true equality and what the fuck they owe in a white fucking political, white supremic, cage system, political system, nigga. By the white man, his mama who's still running, controlling, and operate everything. Hell fucking no, you can't have none. Because they run it and own it all. No, you can't have no system that's going to get you truly educated and fight for your issues, nigga, in a white system, nigga. That's the whole fucking point I'm trying to tell you, dumb niggas. I know that just went over your head, so I'm going to leave it at that. Respect and love to all the real ones. All you fake niggas, go jump off porches and unalive yourself. I mean, jump off bridges and unalive yourself.